Hello students, this video lecture is an initiative taken by Shet Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science. This video lecture is for 12th standard commerce students, and today we will start with our new chapter, that is chapter number 7, Correspondence with Debenture Holders, and we will see what precaution a secretary should take while corresponding with the debenture holders. Students, as you know, the debenture holders are the creditors of the company. They provide company funds or capital by purchasing the debentures of the company. The investors invest in company through debentures. So they are also an important part of the company. The secretary has to communicate the decisions of the management and other information to the debenture holders by conducting correspondence, that is, by writing a letter. He should be very cautious and careful while corresponding with debenture holders of the company. Certificate of debenture should be issued within a period of 6 months from the date of allotment of debentures. A company cannot issue debentures of more than 500 people without appointing a debenture trustee. The last two lines we have seen in learning the debentures. We have seen these conditions in learning the provisions related to issue of debentures. Now, let us see the precautions taken by secretary. Following are the precautions to be taken by the secretary while corresponding with debenture holders. First point is politeness or courtesy. Being the creditors, that is, the debenture holders are the creditors, due respect should be given to the debenture holders in secretarial correspondence. The tone of language in the letter should be courteous. Rude and harsh language should be strictly avoided as it can affect the goodwill of the company. The secretary has to be very polite while communicating with the secretaries in corresponding manner. Our second point is prompt response. The secretary should promptly reply, that means quickly reply and respond to the queries and complaints of debenture holders without any delay. In any correspondence, prompt reply is very important. The company secretary must give prompt replies to the directors. Secretary should provide quick reply on business matters without any delay. Our next point is legal provisions. The Secretary should follow the statutory provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and other relevant laws while corresponding with the debenture holders. Secretary should be cautious and careful while corresponding with debenture holders on legal matters. As we have seen in the previous video lecture of corresponding with members, in explaining the content of letter, we have observed that in every letter secretary in every sample letter the secretary has written that all the provisions has been complied, complied, that means followed. So it is one of the so even here while writing while writing to the debenture holders or while corresponding to the with the debenture holders, the secretary has to make sure that he follows all the legal provisions related to our, our fourth point is transparency. To maintain a greater transparency with debenture holder, it is necessary to disclose, that means not to hide anything, to disclose all correct and accurate information of the company, credit ratings of the company, true and real facts of the company's affairs, etc. in correspondence. In this way, The company, in this way, the secretary on behalf of company can have a, or can maintain a faith in the relation between the company and the debenture holders. Due to fair transparency, there is a chance of enhance in the goodwill and image of the company. As the investors, they feel safe about the accurate and correct information provided to them or disclosed to them. Our fifth point is conciseness, or you can say conciseness. The letter of debenture holders should be concise, that is, brief, short, and to the point. Unnecessary and irrelevant information should be avoided. Minimum words are to be used. A brief letter saves the time of the reader and proves more effective. Our sixth point is precise information. The secretary should provide precise and up to date information to the debenture holders. The information must be factual and true. All information provided should be precise, explicit, and in simple manner. While providing the information to the debenture holders by the secretary. Our next point is, or our seventh point is secrecy. As a confidential officer of the company, secretary should not disclose any important and secret information related to the company while corresponding with debenture holders. Secretary is an important person of the organization and he has to access confidential and crucial information related to the organization. He is also involved in making and executing important decisions. Also, decisions regarding business activities are required to be maintained confidential. Secretary guards the secret information of the organization and he does not disclose it to anyone. He is not supposed to disclose it to anyone unless required and authorized to do so. So, while corresponding with the debenture holders, the secretary has to take care whether he is not transferring or updating any secret information which he is not authorized to do so. Our eighth point is image and goodwill of the company. While corresponding with debenture holders, the secretary should try to maintain the goodwill and create a image of the company in the mind of debenture holders. The secretary is the correspondent of the organization and is therefore responsible for inward and outward correspondence. Has to take care the image of the good and goodwill of the company while corresponding with the debenture holders of the company. This way, the eight precautions which are to be taken by secretary while corresponding with the members. In this chapter, we will see the following circumstances in which the secretary has to communicate or correspond with the debenture holders. Informing the applicant about the allotment of debentures. Second, informing about the payment of interest through interest warrant and electronic payment of interest. We have seen this same letters in respect of dividend for the members. Third, letter for conversion of debentures into equity shares. Letters for redemption of debentures. These five letters, that is first, third, fourth are three letters, and second letter, the second situation has two sample letters. So in all, there are five letters, which we will see, or you can say 5 sample letters or 5 example situations which our textbook has given or Maharashtra board has given in the textbook, and we'll see it in further video lecture. Thank you.